You guys have huddled a lot the last few weeks. How have you seen that help this offense, over this last 2 games?
It's helped us a lot. It's helping us manage the clock a lot more. It's helping to really disguise our formations as well, because when we played weight, we was in control of the game for, I think, 40 minutes on offense. So that's giving a lot of time for defense to, that's a lot of stress taken off of them. That's more of a breather for them. So, but it's really helping us because a lot of teams, they're out there picking signals. So it just gives us the upper hand to get lined up. We got to get set fast so that it'll make more time for that defensive coordinator to make his call and adjust to it. So, yeah.
Another week, another speed rusher that you have to pass block against, I gather?
Say it again?
Another week, another speed rusher that you probably have to go against. What's that like?
I always look forward to a challenge, especially with a guy like that, transfer from the SEC Florida. So he has 9 sacks, so he's in the position he's in for a reason. So it's always a good matchup. I always like to, go against guys that has that something good going for himself, having a good season, so I can rise to that occasion and really show everybody like who I really am.
You've been playing some talented edge rushers this season. What do you think you've done well, especially in the past few games?
I feel like, just with Clemson and Miami, I've been more consistent. Because, during the beginning of the season, I wasn't as consistent as I needed to be. But, I really, took pride in just learning from the play before, moving on from it, and just continue to grow from that.
Yeah.
Seems like sometimes you take on the role of the bodyguard on the offense. If there's a little bit of a skirmish or somebody steps out of line on the other team, do you like stepping in and letting people know, like, hey, man, big man has arrived?
We just got to be there for our brothers. That's all it is. So if we see somebody in our quarterback face or when our brother's face, we're going to defend them no matter what. If they're right, wrong, no matter what.
Are you a talker on the field?
Yeah, it depends. It depends. It depends on who we're playing. Miami, I was a talker. I was a talker in Miami.
Is that because you might know some of those guys, or they're from Florida?
No, but
is it a Florida thing?
Yeah, me being from Florida, I know how they are. If you know, you know, but they like to talk down south. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to stay quiet. It's hard.
And being from Florida, was that a gratifying win for you?
Yeah, it was a good win. It's always I feel like every in-state kid has a chip on their shoulder when they play in-state school that didn't offer them or take a chance on them. So that's what it is. It's always a good chance to play that home state team, get a win on them. So, yeah.
Anything else for Anthony?
You've won 3 games in a row now. Just trying to go for 4 in a row here as you're wrapping up the season. Just talk about the confidence you all have going into Virginia Tech.
Yeah. It's giving us a little bit of confidence just coming off that bye week. Just that Duke game, we really had the chance to reflect at ourselves, really find our identity again. So I feel like, that game and that bye week helped us reflect, helped us reconnect as a team. We spent a lot of time just starting from scratch, starting from the ground, just building back up, just seeing, what we're doing wrong, what needs to be fixed. So I feel like, just us coming in, we're taking these last 5 games, these past 3 wins, as just a 1 week at a time, just taking step by step.
Coach
What would you say is the identity on the offense now?
I feel like it's not much of a change. Just the huddle is just us giving ourselves a chance because we disguising our formations, we're getting our playmakers out there. So just giving ourselves a better chance to play faster, keep the defense confused, leave them guessing.
Coach Doran calling this a 5-game season seems to have really worked. Why is that?
It's just helping us really stay focused at the task at hand each and every week. Because I feel like a lot of times, you get a team, you start thinking about what's next week. You think about what's in the future instead of thinking about where your feet are at. And I feel like thinking about where your feet are at really helps you, with your mindset, that approach that week as a player specifically.
Ja'Carry started the season as your backup, and now he's starting on the other side of the line. What have you seen out of him and his improvement?
I've seen I'm proud of him because I hosted him, so I take big pride in that. But I'm proud of him. I see a lot of growth in him, just his character, just the way he carries himself. He carries himself with a chip on his shoulder. And that's the type of guy you want, playing on the offensive line, playing in your locker room. And he stepped up to the role, he embraced it, and he's starving. He's still growing each and every week. And he's just a sophomore, so he's still got a lot to go. But I'm most definitely proud of him, man.
Anthony, speaking of the offensive line, how much pride do you take personally following the footsteps of guys like Chandler Zavala, Ike Ekwonu, just notable offensive linemen that have come through this program?
I take a lot of pride in it because, him, like guys I knew like Chan and Ike and Speeds, when I came in, those are guys that, taught me, the right way to do things. They led the right way. So, that's impacted me in a positive way because now that I see how they did it, it's my turn to give back to the young guys that's under me who's next up